Hello everyone, welcome on back. My name is Jean. Welcome everyone. I got a collective haul again. Of course Jean does. She has some kind of haul, doesn't she, on Mondays? Alright, so first we'll start with the scrapbook.com. I needed some papers for a specific project. So I'll show you what I got. I don't know which ones of these I'm going to use, but I got a few different ones. So I just got single sheets. This one was $1.29. Snow on there, and Stampria here, and this one was $1.19 for Stampria. They're all Christmas, and Santa's Workshop, and that one was, the price must have been this $1.09 for this one, and then one from Memory Place. I think that was $1.19 too. Yep, $1.19. Mente. I love Mente's paper. Love their designs. $1.25 for the Mente. And I got another Mente. Mary and Joy. So pretty. Got some pinks in there. $1.29. And one more Mente. Two more Mentes. This one. Those are from Mary and Joy. $1.29. And Mente Christmas Blessings. This one's got more of the off-whites and the blues in this one. So I don't know what I'm going to use. I just got a variety. I have a few that would work for the project, but I didn't know how well they would work for the project. So, and then I got their little watercolor pack. So this is 5 sheets. These are what size are these ones? 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. $5.49 for this, and 230 GSM. 5 sheets of each color, 40 sheets. So you get. I like that one side's lighter, one side's darker. I can show you this way. So let's bring you down a little bit for that. Wrong way. You can see all the stuff I have on the tables. Okay, so let's go past. Look at that, so you can see the back side and the front side. So it's just, these are perfect like background papers. So don't have this one in my collection yet. Camera doesn't like this colors. But this one's purple on the back, blue on the front. I like to have a variety in my stash. This is more of a pinky to a light purple. And then here you got the dark purple and the light purple. And I think there's just one more yet. This gray one. So it's a darker gray and a lighter gray. So that one. $5.49. I like the smaller. Most of the packs I get under 6 by 6 paper packs. I don't get a lot of 12 by 12s, only if I know I got specific projects. Then I picked up gingerbread, also in the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Perfect card toppers. And this one was $5.49 also. Double side sheets, 5 sheets of each. 230 GSM. And I'll show you this page. I like that. That's perfect for the front of your card. Right there's your card. You got 5 cards right there. The back is just plain. So you got 5 cards right there. So let's go on to this one with the cookies on. And I'll show you the back side of that one. So cute. And then you got your little gingy people here. Oh, look at that tree. Tree one. So cute. I love, you know me, I love my gingerbreads. And for my Christmas. And then this was just plain red on the back and the ho 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 on the front. Some more kind of cookies, snowmen with like the candy jars, cupcakes. The back, really pretty pink background. Here we got some dots. This can be used any time of the year. This one, along with the back side. So those can be used anytime. It's always nice when you got a paper pack that has things in that you know, pages that you could use through other holidays or occasions. So this one's got a green background, and then you got like cookies there also. And then so you got the Happy Holidays with the kind of greenish gray background. It's looking kind of blue, but it's got the green in it, like a dark green, and Happy Holidays. That should be it. So that was $5.49. And then I also did get 2 free gifts with this one. I got the Violet Studio 6x6, 180 GSM, 30 papers. Now this is not, it's white core, so it's not a solid core. So if you're not, you know, one that doesn't like it, then, you know, I got it for free, so it doesn't bother me. And I don't mind these for certain things. Like if I was tearing paper in it, like for like a journals and stuff, I would not use it because of the white core. So, but it's perfect for like toppers and stuff like that. So you get the pinks, and then you get this kind of yellowish tan, and then you get this yellow here. This is really pretty brighter blue, and this pretty mint green, and then the kind of peachy orange. So that was a free gift. Appreciate that when they give out free gifts. And this was a free gift. Bow Bunny 63 piece by We Are Makers. The ephemera. It's Bow Bunny colorful story. And what I liked about this pack when I got it, I was like kind of excited. Kind of quick. Hopefully you can have time for all this. Is I love this film strips. So you have films, a lot of them here. There's quite a bit of them here. All different color film strips. So those are perfect. I use these more in my junk journals, the film strips. So it comes with those. And it comes with all this different ephemera, tickets, of course, love tickets. And, you know, this pack I'll probably pretty much put right in my junk journal bin. I have a bin that's got stuff that is, I think, more geared for junk journals. And so I keep that so I don't mix it with my other things, and then I can never find anything when I want it. Looks like I don't know if there's more than one or not, but sometimes if they have more than one of an item, then I might take like some of the butterflies out and put in my other bin. And then, but this one looks like it doesn't have repeats. And then this one. So this is a nice freebie also. When you get those freebies, lately they've been only having like one freebie. So I got lucky here where I got the 2 freebies. So I was kind of surprised about that when I went on. Got a bunch of pencils here, or colored pencils, or whatever you want to call them. Some birds in this one. Get back over here a little bit. And they all say something different. Inspiration for the record, so they say something a little different. This one's got a bunch of teacups. And you got color and black and white. Your keychain, your hotel keychain. Who remembers having one of those? Okay, showing my age, but yes. Lots of butterflies. Some more little tickets, receipt tickets, and a bunch of the hotels. So that's my scrapbook.com one. Then I got just a couple of things from Amazon. First thing, and these are all for a project. So the paper is for a project, and the snow tech is for a project. This is my favorite fake snow. There's another one, I can't remember what brand it is, that you got to kind of heat the puff. And I don't really like that one. I've had problems with scorching it. But this one, all you do, it's real nice and light and fluffy. And all you do is stir it up first. And I don't have a stir here. I'd stir it for you. And then you just take your paintbrush and just dab it on. And put it in kind of layers. So you'll see that in the project. And I'll show how to use it when I do that project. So this snow is kind of pricey, but it goes a long way. $11.20. So I had to get another one this year because my problem is, you know, they tend to harden up before I use the whole thing. This is a 4-ounce thing, and that's more than enough, but the 2-ounce one was like only $2 cheaper. So I'm like, well, for price-wise, get the 4, because for me, my Christmas season is just starting, so I'm not sure exactly how much stuff I'll be needing to use yet. And then I got some lace. I needed, you would think I have enough lace and ribbons and stuff. No, I have a lot of ribbons, like sheer ribbons and solid ribbons and printed ribbons, this kind of ribbons. But for this pack, I needed the blue with blue in it. So I don't have nothing with blue in it. So I was like, oh, I need something. So there was, you get 30 yards total, 6 of them, 6 in here, and $13.99 for these. Quick take these out. And they're for an upcoming, at least one upcoming project. Oops, too high again, Jean. It's so pretty. And I couldn't find nothing in the store. I don't know. I think Hobby Lobby has really got a lot less. Even in their Christmas, I went to the Christmas, couldn't find anything the color I wanted. So, and it's more of the lighter blue than I want. So some of these, you know, I won't be using for this project. I think I'll probably be using this one. Maybe the House Snowman one, but this one here I think I'll be using for sure. So for $13.99, and this will last me, and it's a color I do not have. Got that. And then the other ribbon I got was, like I said, I have a lot of sheer ribbons and solid ribbons, but I don't have a lot of like lacy ribbon. They're all falling out of the package. But so this one it's a polyester, but it's really soft. It's like silky soft. This is a 1-inch wide, and you get 14 different colors, a total of 28 yards for $12.99. This will be for an upcoming project also. It's actually for, I need to do a refill on something that I make. So I'll be using that and showing you what I am doing. And I really like this one. I went to Hobby Lobby and I'm like, I don't know. Like I said, I really think that they have cut back on a lot of their stuff. But look at all these gorgeous colors in here. You know, you got all these, like this emerald green and these pretty blues and purples. So a lot of really pretty colors in here for what I will be doing. And that will be a video. So what I got, at least 2 projects, 2 videos I have down the pipes. Down the pipes here, people. Okay, so that's my Amazon. Let's see, where do we want to jump to next? Oh, I don't have much for Dollar Tree. I have these 2 little things. These popped up in my Dollar Tree. They're erasers. But you know, I make dangles out of erasers. These were $1.50. So I will show you. So, you know, I don't really like the like skulls and stuff, but there are people that like skulls, so I make them. But these will fit right on my pen top. So some of them have the hole in the bottom, so they'll fit. I actually put a little glue in there also when I use them like that. So they will go on the pen top. And then I have some like, the pumpkin should fit too. This pumpkin should fit, which he's cuter. If you want a video on these Halloween ones, let me know. And then, otherwise, like I said, I usually just make the pens now and show. Black Spider, this one will just kind of drill a hole in, put a little eyelet in, and that'll be more of a dangle. So pens and dangles. And then this set, oh, that would have been a cute picture if I went there, ripped out along there. Cute, but the way they have that sealed, kind of hard to get it off, so I can't use the picture. All right, let's just take them out. And let's see, what do we have? Do any of these work? Okay, the bats will work on the pens, so I can use the bats on the pens. The ghosts, no, the ghosts will have to be dangles. I mean, I can drill a hole in them also. I've done that before too. So if I want to use them all for pens, except for the spider wouldn't really work too well because he doesn't have much of a thick body. So he wouldn't work so much. I can drill a hole and maybe I'll just do all pens on all but the spiders. So I haven't made no Halloween pens yet, but then the pretty cats, which don't have to be, they're so dark you can't even see their pretty little face. Okay, it's not so pretty. They're kind of mean looking. But these don't have to be for Halloween, of course. So those $1 for each. That's all I got from Dollar Tree. So let's jump on into Hobby Lobby. Literally, we're just going to jump on in. So I did find a couple more clearance. This one was missing one. So it was down to $1.64. I figured they could have gotten a little cheaper, but that's okay. But they were cute, and I thought I'd pick them up. They were just sitting there. So the balloon animals. And then over where the patches are, so they had the daisies on clearance for 87 cents. That's a good price. It was $3.49. So there is like two daisies in there. And then this was over in the patch section. They did have one similar in the sticker section, but this was over in the patch section, and it was only 44 cents. I would have got more, but they only had one of each left when I found these. You know, sometimes like this was on the back wall, so I'm not sure for what it was, but I check that back wall every time I go in there, and when I mean I check it, I check the whole roll to see what's all under it, and check on the bottom shelves, and I really check it. So that wasn't anywhere, and these must have just came up on clearance because the patches weren't, not all patches were on clearance. Okay, so then let's see, I guess, oh, this was new to my store. I don't know if they've been out or not before, but they're new to my store. Is this this was in the baby section of the party section, and you know this stuff does not go on sale. So this is some skewers, but I will be taking them off the stick most likely. And so it's 50 of these really cute little bears. They're cute, and you can just clip that right off. They're really cute little bears. So it's had this whole line of these bears, so of course I got them. I got this pack of bears. These are little flocked bears, and you get 12 of them in here for $1.99. And I will be drilling a hole in their poor little heads. I'm sorry. I will drill a hole in their poor little heads and make dangles out of them. This is not the best quality on that one, I see. For some reason, that end one is, I don't know why that's lost a lot of it. But you got the 3 different colors. Show ya 3 different colors. They're very, very lightweight. Again, I can't see the chocolate brown one's face. Grab a better, it looks like it's the camera's making it look really like he's lost a lot of fur, but I think it's the coloring because he's not. He looks perfect when I'm looking at him. So that was with that set. Then they had these ones. And you get 24 in here for $1 or for 99 cents. And if you know me, most of the time you can just pull them right out. If they don't pull out easy, like this one is not, I will just heat it up. There it is. Sometimes they pull out really easy. And then what I like to do, because you can see the crease there yet, is I just kind of take my little tool here and kind of work it and flatten it down. And if you work on it, it'll flatten down pretty good. So that you can, I'm not going to take the time to do it all the way. But so then you have, are they all the same color? Yeah, they look like they're all the same color. Oh, this bow light might be a little bit lighter. Yeah, the bow is a little bit lighter on some of them. But I thought they were really cute. So I can add to cards or albums or whatever. And then the last thing I got was this little pack of, they call it confetti. But I figure I couldn't leave it behind. $1.49. And it is just, you know, like die cuts is all it is. Paper die cuts. And I can put little eyes on it and maybe a little bow and decorate the little bear up. Oh, I got that color already. 3 colors, 3 colors. And I can decorate the little girl or boy up. And I thought that, well, I grabbed that. Now where's the other? And I put it back. Grab the light one and I must have put it back. Okay, there we go. 3 colors, Jean. They're like they're not that, you know, they're a good like 80 pound. So they're pretty sturdy. So I thought we'd pick that up. I just could not leave it behind. I can do something with that. All right, so that was over in the party. And then I got a few Christmas things. I couldn't pass Santa up. How stinking cute is he? I want to get my hands on those little Tim Holtz little Santa ones. I have not seen those anywhere yet. He has a little Santa head mug, really tiny one. I'm trying to get my hands on those, but I can't find them anywhere. So I might have to order them someday. But this was half of $4.99, so adorable. Just put it with my little mini collections. He'll go on display for Christmas. And then I have a shelf that has like my mini cups and stuff on. So he'll go with that. And then I know I'm going to need some more of these for the upcoming projects I got. So I got another pack of them. Of course, they were half price. These are like those acrylic snowflakes in the blue and the white. Because you see my theme, blue and white. And then, just because I was going through my stash and noticed I didn't have no bigger Jingle Bells. So I wanted to get a pack on. I got some tiny ones, but I wanted to get a pack back in my stash. I like to keep those in there and use them. They have the green and the red in there. And they were half off the $2.99. Okay. And then this popped in there. Now, mind you, I did buy some stuff from the My Little Christmas, but they didn't have these. But now they have these. And I just love these little, like, you know, little cutting board things, you know. This one's so cute. The pink girl and the boy gingerbread. $2.50 was half off of $4.99. Those would be cute because they're thin enough that you could put those on top of a card. Here's what happens. I'm telling you guys what you can do, and then I forget what I wanted to do with them, and I should be taking a second and writing things down off to the side. I could play the video back, but I don't really have time to play. Jennifer does the editing, so I have to go through some of the videos myself after she's done with editing, so to look for any like glues and all that stuff that I showed, so that I can link, because people always ask me for all that stuff. And if I would just write it down as I'm working or something. But I always never do anything else. Oh, I love using Swedish dishcloths. So I found these two Christmas ones. So they were half off of $6.99, which is $3.50 a piece. It might be a little tad expensive, but I don't care. They were cute, and I love the Swedish dishcloths. I can't even speak. And so they're both exactly the same. So I didn't even know they sold this. And I didn't see them the first 500 times I was looking at the Christmas stuff. But they are setting up some more aisles off to the side, I noticed. And, of course, they're moving the aisles again, because they like to do that all the time. So they're rearranging when I went in there again. All right, what do we have next? And I think the last thing we'll have is my Picket Fence one. And this will be my last Picket Fence, because I think I cleaned them out. I got everything I wanted. First thing, I did get another one of the big rolls of the foam tape. $10 for this. And you get, I forget how many feet on this, but I love this. This comes off really, really easy. I've used this before, and I like the fact that I can cover a whole A2 card if I want to, the back side, or I can cut off what I need. So more than enough. I have two of them now. That might last me a lifetime. I don't know. We'll see. I go through a lot of foam tape. You guys don't see everything I make. You know, you'd probably be bored with some of the stuff I make, but you know. All right, let's start with the diamonds. Let's see, they're all $1.25 to $1.75 for the diamonds. So that is, I'll open one of them, and then we'll just let me get a colored one. And then these are all for shakers, stuff like that. You could actually glue these ones down, I think, because I think they got a flat bottom. Yeah, so if you wanted to glue them also, I think they're flat. I can't tell for sure. But they're just these like little plastic crystal pieces that you add in your shakers and stuff like that. So I got, since these prices were so good, it was 70% off. 75, 70, I think, 70 cents. I just, you know, picked up everything. This is the peridot color, which they call peridot. I'm going to show it to you this way. Like that. So that's peridot. It's a real light green. And then this one is the diamond. I had to write on the bottom because they have no labels on them. So nothing's labeled, so you don't know what it is. And if I'm going to be using these in projects, people are going to ask me what color, and I won't know because they're not labeled. So I wrote that on. This one is the citrine, which is kind of a yellowish color. But pretty much, I think I got everything that I want. So like I said, I don't think. Now this one's iridescence. Let me open the diamond and the iridescence so you can see the difference. Okay. This one is the iridescence. You can see how it's changing color. And then this one's just called the diamond. So if you like a little bit more sparkle, get the iridescent. Go check them out. It's still 70% off. There's stuff selling out, but there's still a lot of stuff in there. But like I said, I think I'm good. I have enough different, color things now for my stash. Oh, this one is the, tip it. Azute. Is that how you say that one? A-Z-U-T-E, something like that. A-Z-U-R-I-T? You guys will tell me. Aquamarine. Ugh. Light blue, aquamarine. There's a lot in there. Like, you don't need to add a lot into your shaker. These are just kind of added into your shaker for sparkle. You don't need to add a ton into, let me bring this back down a little bit again. You don't need to add a ton of these when you're doing a shaker. You just need a little bit. Tanzanite, really pretty pinkish purple color. And the last one is pink sapphire. So I don't know why some colors are there. Like I said, they're $1.25 to $1.75 for these. So don't know why that is for sure. Okay, and then let's see. This one was called. This was under the shaker. So this is a shaker embellishment jar. This one's a shaker embellishment jar. And this one's the $1.75 for this one. Pumpkin patch. This one's called the pumpkin patch. And I'll take a few of them out so we can kind of see. We have little yellow stars. We have some of the diamonds in there, different color. And there's some pumpkins. That's what I want you to see. Let me dig one out so you can kind of see the pumpkins and all the different color sequins. These are mixes that I don't really have. These colors that I got are colors that are different for me. I'm kind of more traditional, orange, black, whatever. So these I picked up were colors that I don't have and in my stash, so I will use them. Okay, so these, I got two here. We go. Candy pink. So these are like those, Dollar Tree sells them. They're just kind of like those curly sequins kind of material. In fact, here's a long one. Like the little tubey cut down. And this one's called candy pink. And this was, the whole thing was $1.50. And you can see I lost my whole finger there. So $1.50 for all that. And perfect for, it's got some on my finger yet. Adding into your shakers and stuff like that. So pretty much these are all shaker stuff. So that one. And then this is called Christmas Melody. And this is $1.20 for this one. I thought was really good. So it's got the red and the green of those kind of sequins, kind of like material. And then there's some trees in there, if you can see the trees. So this one, the all pink, was $1.50. And then the Christmas Melody was $1.20. Okay, then get that over there. Then let's go with all these sequin mixes. Now I'm going to be careful opening each one of these. These were all $1.38. And this one is Tropical Breeze. We're going to try to open them very carefully. So this is Tropical Breeze. And this one didn't have nothing special. Just had all different color sequins in it. So this one didn't have no shape ones. So kind of aqua, teal, the red, reddish pink. It's kind of more of a pink. Now if we get it shut back up. This one is gingerbread. So this one you can see will have some gingerbread houses. And these little red stars in this one have been everywhere. So I'll move one so you can kind of see the gingerbread houses. These little red stars have been everywhere in the box and everything else, so they must be really small and sneak out. So they got, this one's got the gingerbread, the red stars, and then kind of like clear sequence. I'll be picking up red stars forever. That's the gingerbread, if you're interested in it. My table's all full. This one was Queen of Hearts, I thought. It was kind of cool. You know, it'd be a good one for Alice. Oh, get back in there. There's the Ace of Spades is peeking out. So we got some cards. I like those cards. And then there's some little black Ace of Spades. And is that dice there too? Yep, that one's some dice up there. And then some red sequin mixes. And then I see some pearls. So Queen of Hearts for that one. And this one is called, let me get all three of these together. We'll show those last night until I get to all three of them, because there's three different colors of those. Then I won't mix it up. Strawberry. What does that say? Strawberry Devon. So I have it on this side too. Yes. Oh, Strawberry Daiquiri. Well, I can read my writing, can't I? Strawberry Daiquiri. And you can see the little, if I drop one of these, we're going to be in trouble. So this one has strawberries and then green and red and some clear sequins in there. And some white sprinkles, as I call them. Strawberry Daiquiri. I quick wrote up all these, like, I have them on my sheet over here, but I'm like, I'm never going to, there's one of the black spades. I'm never going to know which one goes together, so I quick wrote on the bottom of all these. And then this one was holiday stockings, and shake it all down. I like this one, little those are stockings, but they could be candy canes, but they're little red and white striped stockings. You got some snowflakes, which, goodness sakes, I can use them in one of my projects coming up. I'll glue them on individually. I was looking for some little snowflakes. So a lot of times I do take these little pieces out and glue them down. Like, I always glue secret mixes down on projects. You don't have to use them in shakers and all that stuff. I do take pieces out and then just glue them down to the bottom. And here we got Spring is Hopping, and this one, trying to get the little chickies. And then it's got some like lemon slices, and then the little chicks are right. I can show you. You can see the little chicks in there. And there's like it looks like a lemon slice kind of thing. Orange sprinkles, green, clear, yellow, sequins. Pretty colors. Like, they're colors like I would never like think of using and putting together. So that's what I like about these. And for $1.38, avocado toast. This one cracked me up. I had to get it. Avocado toast. So you can see the toast and all. There's some avocado, and there's even some eggs in there. Some eggs. And I love avocado toast. And the eggs, avocado, and the toast there. It's cute. Get it back in there. That one cracked me up. And then this one is Scaredy Cat. You can see the big cats on top. And some pumpkins in there. So some big cats right on top. Hard to see, but they're right there. And all the pumpkin heads. So this one's more your traditional Halloween colors. And you don't get a lot. I'll try to show you how much is in one of these. This one is Hi Santa, It's Me. I mean, they're not real big. You can see how thick the containers are. They're not real, a lot in them. But for $1.38, that's more than enough for a few different sequins or mixes for different projects. So you got envelopes in here. I assume that's sending that letter off to Santa. And some red diamonds in there. And then some black, clear, and white sequins. So like I said, you don't get a ton in there, but it's more than enough for, you know, more than one shaker card, that's for sure. Okay, this one will go with that one. And then this one is Nice Witch. There's a Nice Witch. And these are witches, and I will get the witch's hat. Witch's hat. Get the witch's hat in the purple color. And then what are these? Those are bones. It's a bone. The bone. And then there's eyeballs. Let me get this back in there. Then you can see some black eyeballs down there staring at you. Some spider webs. Love everything in that one. I have a collection going, don't I? I can't remember how many I got in that first order. This is Candied Snow. Candied Snow. This one's just, it's got snowflakes and some diamonds in it. White sequins. So it's just a different color, some silver. And you know how we hate when those things just stick all over to you. Some really pretty though. Like, look at how sparkly that is. And those blue snowflakes, I can use those too in my project. Yes, I can. Should put those aside so I don't forget this one. Okay, this one goes with that one. So we're getting down there. Rubber ducky. This one's like really bright. Oh, yellow. And I'm trying to see. This one was different. Because I'm like, when I first look at it, I'm like, there's no duckies in here. Let me get one out. Because they're little. Oh, they're really hard to see too. Next to the white thing. That's a duck. There we go. So they're iridescent, clear iridescent little sequins. And I'm like, looking at that thinking, I don't see no duckies in here. So that's what that one looks like. That's called Rubber Ducky. Okay. And this one is called Spooky Town. And we got ghost and orange, black. It looks like green sequins. Pretty much. Definitely those ghosts you can glue down on your projects. They're plenty big enough. Oh, some witches hats too. I see some white witches hat. Love everything in there. And some coffins. I see some coffins. Now there's 3 of these in 3 different colors. And this is called the Pink Buttercup. Bottle cap, I mean. Pink bottle cap. And I really like these ones. Let me grab. Ooh. Hello. They got little itty bitty little gem things in there. But I'm going to get you one of these bottle cap. And it's got very teeny weeny. You can see all the teeny little sequin mixes on me. The clear, all these clear. They're very, very tiny. But those are the bottle cap ones. They're really pretty. They look like a flower. And they're big enough where you can glue them down onto a project. And then put a little gem in the middle. That'll be so pretty. And let me see if I can get, I'm going to have this on me for months, ain't I? Okay. But let me bring that up now. See, I see it's all a pink mix. Very pretty. I love this. And then it came also, this one's called Yellow, which does not, I mean, the bottle caps are yellow, but, and there's some yellow and pink and orange bottle caps in this one. Along with, this is a pretty fall one. This one's really pretty fall one. Those little itty bitty teeny weeny clear ones are making a mess. And this one's called, what is this one? Orange bottle caps. Orange and red and looks like white in this one. This one doesn't want to open. And all these little white things are falling out. So that's a pretty mix. Okay, so that's the last of the sequence. I just got a couple dies to show you, and then we are done. I know it's a long haul, but I wanted to get it all in. So this one's called, there's no picture for this one. It's just a Santa suit ornament die. So it is an ornament. I'm hoping to get to some of these this year, but I've got such a list of stuff already going. Okay, and then this one, I can show you, came with, oh, and this one was, Santa's suit die was $4.20. So build me a gingerbread for the 2-piece set for the stamp and the die set was $12.90. You get quite a bit in there, and you can use some of these pieces on other projects too. But that's a pretty good size house in here. That house measures 4 inches, so that's a good size house. So $12.90. So I had to get that because you know me, my gingerbreads. And then the dies. So that was set. And then we got the Santa nibbles. I got the other nibbles. The only one I didn't get was Mrs. Claus. I don't really like the way she looks. She looks like a Weeble to me. You know, Weebles wobble. So I got Santa. I think I got a ghost one and I think one more. I can't remember. These might be all sold out now. And Santa was $3.25. And then this one's Be My Boo was $8 for the set. And you get, if I can get them down so you can see, these little ghosties. All different ghosts. And then you got Let's Be Spooky Together. Will You Be My Boo? Happy Halloween. Hi, It's Us. Looks like Hello, My Dear. Boo, and a couple different boos. So you got them, and you got the dies to go with that. And the last thing I got was the stamp scrubber. It was $2.25. So I thought, well, I got another stamp scrubber I got on clearance at Hobby Lobby. Let's try this one too. And then I can have one upstairs and one downstairs. So I thought I would try this one too. The one that I got from Hobby Lobby, I've had one like that in the past, but I've never had this one. So I thought this was interesting for $2.25. So that is my long haul, guys. I think I got everything taken care of. So I hope there's something in here you see that you like. If you're still interested in the Picket Fence stuff, I will link their website below and check them out to see what you can get on clearance yet. All right, guys, as always, I'll see you next time.